the revered Reverend Samuel Wainaina has made a very, very bold claims. Reverend Samuel has come out clearly and he is accusing William Ruto of playing with power and playing with the people of Kenya in the name of religion. And this simply means that William Ruto has been using God's name to justify dark acts. Let's hear what the pastor had to say.
Kenya will need a tough president. Not a hallelujah president. And you use religion to cover yourself as a politician. You know, that's dangerous. And you even make Christianity really look bad. Unfortunately, the church seems to be in bed with government. They seem to have benefited from government in the fundraisings, in the brown envelopes. The church has become a beneficiary of state. Clergy have become brokers, political brokers. The provost is back and he has picked from where he left. That's not a compliment. Actually, that's very sad. I shouldn't be the one speaking about these things. We have people who are seriously committed, seriously. But not everybody has the courage to say some of the things that I say. But I've seen my own Archbishop, Sapit, actually tell the government, somebody like Archbishop Muheria and the others, they are remnants, they are there sincerely. But what I want to hear them is to speak louder, to speak consistently. Governments in Kenya have suffered trust deficits. Nobody can trust them. But this one will suffer most because Ruto came out as a guy who has solution. Sorry, he hasn't. And he has disappointed me as a person. I'll tell him straight that on his face and tell him, Mr. President, I would not give you my vote. And you know why I'm even getting tougher with the current government? Because they provoke the name of God in whatever they do. Don't show piousness on a Sunday, and on Monday morning you sound very different, threatening people and telling them that that sword you are given is not a knife to cut sukuma wiki, that you'll deal with people. We don't want autocratic president. We want a president, yes, with power, but not threatening people.
It is very clear that Wainaina is very, very saddened. He must have experienced a new life somewhere else, a better life, and he wishes that kind of life to come into Kenya. The reality of the matter, that is very, very difficult. You cannot compare Kenya to the most first world countries because in Kenya we have something known as the colonial legacy. Colonial legacy, as it simply means the acts of the British emperors that were in this country that have simply colonized the minds of many Kenyans. And remember, most Kenyans also are due to genetic factors inherit the same mindset from their parents. So what am I talking about? Let me give you a brief description. During the colonial era, there are people who are considered special. Who are these special people? For example, if a British person comes to your village and every one of you resist with force, what happens is that the person or the Briton that comes will glorify the coward that bends down all traditional values and ways of life and bows down to colonial domination. So what am I trying to say? People that betrayed their entire communities, people that sold their entire people to slavery, ended up to be heroes. And these people were given what we call privileges. And these privileges meant and really consolidated the notion into Kenya's mind that power is equal to privilege. So and this is really what is happening. Most political leaders, if you look at our country today, enjoy excessive privilege. You will see a motorcade with so many cars. You see so much resources being wasted simply because there are leaders, and in quotes they are special, they are beyond the mortals, they are supramortals, they are not like mere mortals. This is now what the orientation or the thinking in Kenya about power is all about. So unfortunately, due to these misguided notions, we have a few individuals who are in power and take that opportunity to get all that they can get. They waste the resources of the land, all in the name of power. So we have also seen a case whereby political leaders profess Christianity. They say that they are very good Christians, they are very good in prayer, but their actions speak otherwise. Reverend Samuel Wainaina must have come to this realization. So this is really a very deep problem that may not be resolved easily, because its roots are located way back in the history of Kenya. So most of these things or historical factors will really take many decades for them to be resolved, but that is a very courageous step, especially for someone like Wainaina. He knows anytime he does not have the power to fight Ruto, but yet he is brave enough to say the truth to power. This is the man that I congratulate for taking that courage, and I also urge other people in positions of authority and influence in the society to start speaking against injustice, because the truth of the matter is the children of the country suffer when the adults in the country sit down and watch as things go wrong, and watch as injustice is being perpetrated upon the poor and their children. So the poor and their children will keep suffering unless leaders in the country, people with responsible positions, people with respect in the society can come up and say enough is enough, and demand the truth and speak the truth to power. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe.